What is up, all of my horror fanatics out there? Welcome back to Late Night Frights. I'm the Late Night Frights horror leader, the J. Sloan or Jordan, back here to do another video for you. And as always, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. Last week we did horror battles, so obviously this week we're doing a theme. And the theme that we chose to do for you is one that we have never done here on Late Night Frights before, and we're doing our Splatter theme. So the film that I was going to review for this theme, the more I looked at it and the more that I viewed it, the more that I realized that it was not a splatter film. So I decided to review this one. And, I just want to say before I start, splatter films and slashers are very, very similar, if not the same, with some films. Both great subgenres in horror, but can be looked at as being the same if you want to view it that way. So this film could qualify under either subgenre, and it's a classic 1980 film, and it is, of course, Maniac. Okay, so Maniac was made in 1980. It was directed by William Lustig, starring Joe Spinell, and the basic plot behind this one follows a character named Frank Zito, who at the beginning seems, alright. We don't see nothing too crazy with him until, a little bit into the film. Not too long, but still, you don't really see this guy as being a maniac. But very soon we find out that Frank is deeply, deeply disturbed, and it's mainly due to his abused childhood that he had by the hands of his mother. And the story goes further and further. We see that he stalks the streets of New York at night, searching for young women to kill. And the story gets much deeper than that. And yeah, Joe Spinell plays a great Frank Zito. I could really tell that he was a psychopath. I could tell he was a maniac. And I think that he did the best. He was the best part, or the best person to play this part, I should say, as Frank Zito. But soon Frank meets this woman who he seems to really like. He starts a relationship with her, and he begins to question himself if he should be doing these things. He doesn't really want to slip and let her see the maniac inside of him. And the story just goes further from there. I don't want to go too much more into the story. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. I know I have talked about Maniac on Late Night Frights before. I believe I've only talked about it once in a horror battle with the original and the remake, which is another film to talk about. The remake was actually really good with Elijah Wood. No comparison to the original in my eyes. But yeah, being a splatter film, splatter films basically, this isn't the exact quote, but it's a film that deliberately shows, intentionally shows the viciousness and brutality that can be done to a human body. And it's a very brutal, very bloody, and very gory film. And I think Maniac definitely falls under that category. The special effects, the practical effects by Tom Savini are great in Maniac. Tom Savini actually has a little cameo in here as well, which is really nice to see. And it's overall just a great horror film and a great splatter film or a slasher film, whatever way you want to look at it. It could fall under either category, like I said before. And yeah, really good flick. That's basically all I can say about this film. I don't want to spoil the plot, or I don't want to spoil the film for you guys, so I just gave a brief plot description. So yeah, I really love it. I think the practical effects are great. The directing is good. The acting is good. And yeah, everything about this film I really, really enjoyed. If I had to rate it out of 5, I'm gonna go 4.7 out of 5. I enjoyed it. Definitely a great slasher or splatter film. So definitely check out Maniac if you haven't already. So yeah, Maniac. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This has been my review over the classic 1980 Maniac film. Definitely check it out. Stay tuned, guys. Tomorrow, I believe, Little Rocker Cutie 2005 will be reviewing a splatter film of his choice. Chris Brock and Andre had to change days this week due to work scheduling issues. So, yeah, so tomorrow you will see Andre do his video on whichever splatter film that he chooses, and that will continue throughout the week with all of the members. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm the J. Sloan. You just watched Late Night Frights. Comment and subscribe, and as always, guys, keep it horror. Peace.